Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And this is the book that I'll be reading from, Nothing Changes, Everything Changes. This is by my guru, His Eminence the 25th Sam Tulku Rinpoche. And I'll be reading from page 70, Do We Want Happiness? And as usual, before that, I will go to a picture to share with you while I'm doing the reading. There you go. Page 70. Do we want happiness? So, what we need to do is this. We need to make a decision. Do we want happiness? And do we want to make people around us happy? And I'm talking about real happiness. If we do, in today's case, as in every other religion, it's possible. We need to follow Buddha's principles. If we are Christian, if we are Muslim, if we are Hindu, it doesn't really matter. All is beautiful. But we need to not just talk about the principles and love the principles and respect the principles and have the principles and understand it and teach it or listen to it. We need to uphold it and practice it. Why? Then the real cause of being happy will be better. So all of us have effort, all of us. All of us can do it. We all have effort. Some of us in getting boyfriends or girlfriends, we are very persistent. Some of us in keeping a relationship, we are very persistent. Some of us in working very hard, we are very persistent. And none of that is good or bad. Please don't think I'm being sarcastic. I'm not. If I want to be, you know I'll be straight out about it. Anybody who knows me, they know I don't beat around the bush. In my garden, there are no bushes and trees. I go straight to the end. Some people go around the bush, go round the block, up the tree and then back, and then you go, oh my God, why don't you just tell me? I don't have any blocks, any trees, and no shrubs. I go straight to you. I'm in the Sahara Desert, so what you see is what you get. So my point is this, that we need to take stock of ourselves before it's too late, before we lose people we love, before we lose the respect of people that love us, before we lose our lamas, before it's too late to practice the Dharma, before unhappiness sets in. We need to start. Why? It's never too late. Never. Why do I say never too late? Because you don't look at your lives in conjunction to this life. You have to look at it in the spectrum of universality of many lifetimes. This is just one step in your continuity of many, many lifetimes. So it's never, never too late. That's one. Second thing is, we are all here and we want to practice and we want to help and we want to contribute. And a lot of people in this room have contributed and helped in Dharma in many ways by effort, by praying, by coming, by cleaning, by washing, and by donation and effort. A lot. For example, Uncle Lai. Uncle Lai here is an elderly retired man, respected with a family. His kids are grown up and he's okay. But he comes weekly as part of the cleaning committee to clean. This respected older gentleman does not have to come and clean the place, but obviously he has something spiritual inside that he wishes to clean a holy place to collect merits, so that everybody can gather together to have a beautiful and wonderful environment to practice this Dharma. And that's all Uncle Lai can contribute at this time. I'm sure he would like to contribute a lot more for whatever personal reasons. It's none of my business. But I respect the fact that he even comes and contributes. Just cleaning. An elderly Malaysian man, educated and retired, comes and cleans. And normally, if we are retired, we are supposed to be respected and taken care of. Our kids come and kowtow and take care of us and watch us. But he can come weekly and clean. I didn't tell him to do it. I think he volunteered on his own. No one needs to hound him and ask him. I'm not praising him. I'm just using an example. However, we wish to help. We can help if we want to help. If we don't want to help, we'll have many ways to say we don't have time. Well, Sam Rinpoche can say he doesn't have time because I'm more busy hanging out in Dome in Bukit Bintang and flashing my LV bag. That's very important. Very, very important. Why is it important? Because then people will respect me. So then, when we do Dharma work, why we do Dharma work? It will benefit many people. We will spread the word that brings happiness to many when we do Dharma work. And when we do Dharma work together, not hiding somewhere alone and saying that it's Dharma, but together, it inspires other people. It inspires people because when there are more numbers, it inspires. So, if we say we have nothing to offer and we should be at home, or we'll do something else, or wait until we have something and then I'll show up when I have something, how do you know that you won't have something? How do you know that? How do you know when you do have something they need it? Or how do you know that you will ever have it? So just showing up for pujas and activities and help, it encourages people tremendously. It inspires people tremendously. And in that way, and that way alone, you benefit the Dharma. Just showing up and listening and contributing. Please don't do Dharma your way. Please do Dharma according to Buddha. Please don't make up a whole set of scriptures and teachings, a new Lamrim, my Lamrim. Please follow the original Lamrim. Please. Why? Even someone like me who sits on a big throne and wears robes and has a big name and title, all that stuff, dare not make up a new Lamrim, a new book. I dare not. Because, well, in the Taoist tradition, there are these little white and black fellas with long tongues, and when you die, they come and visit you. Well, I don't want those guys with big tongues coming and licking me and taking me to nowhere. So I'm a little scared of those two fellas with the long tongues. So when we do Dharma work, we do it and we contribute any way we can. We don't wait for a certain time. We don't wait until we can or cannot. Listen to your Lama. Your Lama tells you to get involved. Don't make up any other excuses, valid or invalid. Not two. Your Lama's requests, begs you, asks you, and fold hands for you to do it. So do it. And the Dharma tells you to do it. And the Sangha needs you. Who's the Sangha? The people who are involved. They need you. So don't make up your own set of teachings and rituals. Follow the ones that were already set off 2,500 years ago by the Buddha. That's why we need the Sangha. That's why we need spiritual friends to support each other. And with that, I will end the session here. And as Rinpoche said, always make time to contribute towards your Dharma center. It's to gain merits, especially, if we really do want to do our spiritual practice, And yes, it's true because we'll always make up excuses that we don't have time, we have to do this, we have to do that. I was the same too, because every time, it's like just waiting for the right time so that I have time to contribute. Even then, when I first joined Kachara, I did like contribute as in whatever activities that they had there. I would take part, but to fully commit, not really. So I always, have the excuse that, you know, I have the company to go to, that I need to be there, and then I have to take care of the children's needs, you know, my family's needs, and all sorts of excuses. And actually, Rinpoche had requested for me to join for quite a while, and the time always doesn't seem to be right. So one day, I just, you know, realized that, you know, if I don't jump in and actually do it, when will it be the right time? And since then, I've never regretted it, because Rinpoche had really, really helped, and for my mind, you know, to expand. And there's so much more possibilities out there that I've never um, really thought of, you know, like how we approach things, and the way that we can view things, you know, even a simple way, you know, simple thoughts, you know, there are different possibilities. And Rinpoche has really expanded my mind, and of course it doesn't stop there. I will still need to work on it and overcome a lot of afflictions that I have. But the thing is, don't wait for the right time, because there will never be a right time. My advice is just go for it. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I will end here with a completion dedication in Tibetan. Jang Jok Sencho Rinpoche, Maki Panam Geishi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondu Pewashu, Toni Toha Rinpoche, Maki Panam Geishi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondu Pewashu. Daso Jine Sapage Wadi, Tantandro Agundaka Padang, Jepa Jesu no Santrapai, Tamping Imporindu Sa Se Sho, Ke Wakuntu Yanala Madan, Drami Choki Panalo Chochi, Sadam Langi Yoterazone, Doji Changi Ngopangotuso. Ke wadi yuyuda lama sangyo droyone drowa chikia malupa de salago pashu choki ga posunga pa chosu nampa pe wala geki samasi wadan tunki malu sawasho dadang sengi dusunda drewa songi latene ge walo sandrapai tampa yuriva gyushi ni modele sendele ni mengu nyandele shi ni sentatu dele pel kunchu sungi jingilo kunchu sungi ngodruso kunchu sungi trase sho. Yesu lama kuse rapting ching nam katrini chochu ke pada losam tempe dro mi sap songi dro e mun sa tatu ni gyushi gang ri rao e ko e shinkam dem pendan deo ma lu gyo ne cheren se wan ten sing get songi chape shi de padu ten gyushi home tompe ngodru ma lu pa den de dala sau du so ko dan dem pa long chok nam ke pa so shik shuk ten sel. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you for my next session.